Are you a rebel? A rascal? A raconteur? If so, this bottle could be for you. Stay tuned to find out why. Welcome whisky lovers, I'm Big Al and this is Whisky Straight, where I review whiskies from all around the world and give you my thoughts straight up and not watered down. For review number 40, which is actually the first of 2020, I'm getting stuck into the Dublin Liberties Copper Alley 10-year-old single malt, which has been aged in bourbon casks and then finished for 6 months in 30-year-old Oloroso sherry casks. And thankfully, it's been bottled at 46% ABV, which is what I like to call the sweet spot. So just in case you're wondering, the introduction was based on the Dublin Liberties Distillery's marketing strategy, and it states that this whisky is for rebels, rascals and raconteurs. But obviously, it's not just for them. If you're not one of them, don't worry, it can be for anyone, as all whisky is. But we all know that marketing mumbo jumbo like that and cool designs and bottles, it can all be taken with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, it's all designed to get into the psyche of the consumer, to send that wee hamster in your head into overdrive so that the wheel spins out of control and that you're honing in their bottle and pick it up over another brand. But hey, it obviously works, because otherwise they wouldn't spend the massive amounts of money they do on marketing and branding. And you know what? More power to them, because if you look at it from another perspective, it's an increasingly competitive whisky market out there, and the Irish whisky market in particular is soaring right now. So you've got to do something to stand out, and this is what Dublin Liberties Distillery has done. As we all know, marketing can only take you so far. You attract people to the bottle, but if what's inside the bottle looks like dirty dishwater, and worse even still, if it tastes like dirty dishwater, you ain't going to get any return custom. Dublin Liberties Distillery only opened its doors in February last year. Now, it's majority owned by quintessential brands, but the man who makes the whisky magic happen behind the scenes is Master Distiller Darryl McNally, and he's widely known in the industry for his experimental and innovative approach. Now, you've probably heard of the Dead Rabbit whisky and the bar in New York. Now, Darryl McNally was the man behind the creation of the Dead Rabbit whisky in conjunction with Jack McGarry and Sean Muldoon, who own that famous bar. Now, I've already done a review of that, so I'll add a link to that and all my other Irish whisky reviews so far at the end of this video. Now, just to give you an insight into Darryl McNally's view on whisky, here's what he says about himself and the industry in his own words. Making whisky is my passion, my lifeblood, and by doing it in the heart of Dublin's historic distilling district is nothing short of a dream come true for me. I believe the future for Irish whisky is in innovation and pushing boundaries, and that's what I'll be working with the team here to deliver. The best Irish whisky you could have the luck of getting on your lips. We're inspired by the past but not bound by it, and I can't wait to show the world just how diverse Irish whisky can be. There you have it, folks. So let's get on with it and see if the Dublin Liberties 10-year-old Copper Alley single malt is more than catchy marketing terms and groovy bottle designs. Sláinte. So let's see how it fares on the nose. Right off, there's some lime, which is quite prominent just as you raise it to your nose. And now coming in there to play as well is a bit of lemon. But it's more like an artificial type of lemon, like there's icing sugar there as well. Now there's floral notes coming in. Just a slight touch of earthiness as well. And now it's becoming a wee bit more tropical, and the main note I'm getting here is mango. But if you get right into it, there is a bit of pineapple coming through as well, but with those two tropical features, mango was very much more to the fore than pineapple. So here comes like a nice milk chocolate aroma now, and right on the back of it is a lovely burst of sherry fruitiness. It's just like one comes in and then the other one comes in and melds right behind it, right on that same wave, but just a little bit behind. Now, all in all, this is a very interesting nose. It's appealing and it gives a nice invitation to just move on to the palate. So let's do that right now. Sláinte. Right up front, it's a nice burst of spice. It's a citrus spice. Now here comes juice. Ooh, a big burst. A big hit of sherry juiciness. It just bursts open. So full of flavour. It coats the mouth nicely. Oh, this is a tasty whiskey. That's a lovely, lovely first sip. And it's still going. It's still going with that lovely juiciness. But there's some milk chocolate coming in there now as well. It's like a chocolate liqueur. It's like you've got that nice milky chocolate, and then all of a sudden there's this burst of sherry juiciness, and it coats the mouth. It's nice and oily, and it's very, very pleasing. Ooh, it's not too often you get such a lovely first sip. So it would appear that the invitation from the nose to the palate was actually quite spot on. So let's jump in for another sip and see how it develops. Lemon and lime, but again, once that initial touch of lemon and lime dissipates slightly, there's a big sherry hit comes in there again, and there's still the spiciness there, but it's like nice simmering sherry goodness right across your tongue, and it just covers the whole palate, and it's full of all those lovely flavours that I've already mentioned. And then as it develops in the palate, you get raisins and dark fruits, and the nice thing about it is it's not just plain raisins or plain dark fruits. It's like they've been soaked in sherry to give them that little extra edge to make them even more tasty. Very impressive. I'm getting some nuttiness, and in the whiskey, not myself, even though that's debatable. But anyway, along with the nuttiness, those dark fruits remain, the raisins remain, and again, this milky chocolate flavour comes in, and it's like you've bitten into a chocolate coated Brazil nut, perhaps even a walnut, and the flavours just have all spread lovely over the palate. There really is quite a lot going on here, and it's really, really, really impressed with this. I wasn't expecting something so bloody good, but that's what I've got, and I'm a happy boy. So let's give it one more go, and then we'll sum up and give it a score as well. This really is good. So good. It's finishing on dark fruits. Again, sherry soaked dark fruits. And it's all just mingling together. But throughout it all, what's binding it together is that nice sherry fruitiness, that sherry goodness that permeates all those other flavours. And the mouth coating and the texture is just lovely. It really, really is. It's rich, it's full bodied, it's full of lovely flavours. It just coats the mouth with so many wonderful flavours. You know, I can't really say anything bad about this. It really is a damn good whisky. It's got the right elements in the right places at the right time. The fruitiness, the spiciness, the dark fruits, the milk chocolate, wee bit of nuttiness, and permeating through it all and holding it all together and elevating it to a superior place than it probably would have been initially is that sherry note. And it's quite obvious that 30-year sherry casks have made a big difference to this. They have quite an impact, and it's all the better whiskey for it. It's just a lovely whiskey. I really do love it. 46%, I refer to it as a sweet spot, and I can tell you what, this surely does hit the sweet spot for me. Now, this is a new year. This is my first review this year. There's going to be a slightly new look to my channel. There's still going to be a few things that will change, but one of the things that's going to change, you'll see from now, is I'm going to introduce a scoring system. And what I'll do is I'll pop a link down below to describe what the scoring system is, and I'll put in a wee graphic as well. But bear in mind that scoring is subjective. Not everybody likes the same things, and things can vary a wee bit from reviewer to reviewer. What you've got to do is take into account the flavours I describe, what it's like. Like, I love sherry bombs. I love these like sherry monster whiskies. If you don't like that, obviously you wouldn't rate this as highly as I do. But that's the beauty of whiskey. There's something there for everyone to enjoy, and not everybody will agree that certain whiskey is brilliant stuff and other stuff's not so good. So please bear that in mind, and don't take any offence if I rate highly a whiskey you don't like, or I rate low one that you really think is the dog's bollocks. But anyway, this is what it's all about. So unsurprisingly, this is going to get quite a high score to kick it off, because I really, really do love it. And the score that was actually in my head initially, I think I'm going to maybe even ramp it up a point, because it is so good. I really do like it. So the first Whiskey Straight score ever for the Copper Alley 10-year-old single malt will be an 89. Yes, I think it is that good. So there you go, folks. The first review of the year, my first ever Whiskey Straight score. It's a high one. If you like your sherry bombs, if you like your whiskey sherry in any way, well, go grab yourself a bottle of this. You will not be disappointed. It's kind of even reminiscent of the Bunnahabhain 12, and it is a fantastic whiskey too. So there you go. Darryl McNally, I raise my glass to you, and long may you continue to produce wonderful nectar like this. Keep on innovating, keep on pushing those boundaries, and I'm looking forward to what's to come from Dublin Liberties Distillery. I also raise my glass to whoever it was recommended that I try this. For the life of me, I just can't figure out who it was, but I know it was recently, and if you're watching this, make yourself known so I can thank you properly. Thanks for watching, folks. It's good to get going again in the new year. Thanks for your continued and ongoing support. It really means a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. And as the channel continues to evolve and innovate, and I change things up a wee bit, I look forward to continuing my journey, my spiritual odyssey with you guys, because at the end of the day, whiskey is all about sharing experiences, sharing the journey, and sharing the love. And hopefully, as the subscribers go up, I'll be able to introduce a few more elements and a couple of giveaways, which will start once I hit 200 subscribers. So get the word out there. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and even share the video. Spread the love. So by now you know how it goes. Until the next time, stay safe, look after yourselves, and drink your whiskey the way you like it. Sláinte. Here.